All right, welcome race fans once again to Virtual Racing Network. Tonight, or again this afternoon, we are bringing you the TND Short Track Series. This is here at Southern National Speedway. Going to be a very good race, very interesting race here, as we will be keeping track of everything here. We may have to restart the overlays here so we can get Doug Pickering's name showing up, as it is not showing up at the moment. But again, before we get into all that, we want to, of course, thank all the sponsors for coming on board here this afternoon. That is Walls Beard Co. So make sure you check them out for all their Beard Balm products. Head on over to wallsbeardco.com. SimSpeedShop.com. Check them out for all their button boxes and e-brakes. If you're an iRacer, you definitely need to hit them up, so head on over to SimSpeedShop.com. And the Northwest Racing Series, if you're an iRacer in the Northwest Club, hit them up there. They're about to start a new little series. They're here for the summer for about 6 weeks, 8 weeks, something like that, while they are on break from their normal series. So head over there if you're in the Northwest Club and hit them up. Ohio IndyCar League. If Xfinity cars and trucks isn't your thing, you can head on over and check out Ohio IndyCar League. They are no longer just taking Ohio club members, so you can also get the latest information at facebook.com/Ohio IndyCar League. And of course, iBog, iRacing Broadcast Overlay Graphics, your sim race broadcast graphic source. Check them out at ibog.co. And on the racing side of things, these are two very important sponsors. One of them, of course, will be making a plaque very soon. That is TJ Woodworking. Their limitation is your imagination. You can give them a call at 515-979-0415. They'll be making the championship trophy, or plaque for that matter, that will be going to Aaron Maspero. After today's race, there aren't enough cars here for him to be passed. A little short field because of Father's Day this weekend. And of course, TND Rustic Decor. Big shout out to these guys for coming on board once again this season. As again, it is coming to a close here this afternoon, and we'll be back in 2 weeks. We're going to have a little intermission race there. We're going to take a break for a week, and we will come right back with some racing once again. Big shout out to TND Rustic Decor. That being said, we do want to introduce, of course, our second chair here once again, Josh Midlock here for the season finale here at the Southern Nationals. We forgot the name of the track for a second, but regardless, welcome back once again, Josh, and we're looking forward to some good racing here tonight.
Oh, yeah, it's good to be back here, Charles, with you here at VRN for, the season finale here for the short track series. Yeah, small field here today because of Father's Day, I'm pretty sure. But nevertheless, hey, we've still got 7 fast drivers out here all trying to still run down Aaron Maspero in that 41, I think mathematically, though, he has got the championship, so we could probably call him the champion already. But, he's still going to want to finish this race out with a win here, come out, the right way. But it's still going to be a great race. It
is indeed, and we're a little bit late here. I blame myself for that one. It was my fault. I forgot we only had a 20-minute practice, so we're going to pull those point standings up real quick. And you were just talking about it. Aaron Maspero has a 34-point lead, so mathematically he is locked into first place, so he can't be knocked out at this point, unless by some freak chance everybody in the league does sign up and get in here. As there are enough drivers that he could be eliminated if they all showed up, but they're probably not going to be here. As we have 18 in the point standings, and this week obviously going to be shorter because of Father's Day. But Doug Pickering right behind him on the track. Andy's right behind him in the points, 34 points out. The one we want to keep an eye on, though, here, Jake Forster's not here so far. He has not checked into the racetrack. If he does not show up, Rachel Hunt, in what I believe is her 3rd season here with us, maybe 2nd, she will actually net a top 3 finish. That will be the best finish she's had in the league. So that would be awesome to see Rachel Hunt finish in 3rd place. She definitely would earn it.
Oh, yeah, definitely she would be. Now, she is 67 points out from behind the leader, but she's only 4 points behind Jake Forster. So if he doesn't show up, since Rachel is here, Well, all Rachel has to do is really finish the race, and she'll be in. She'll grab a top 3 in the championship.
She will indeed, and that would be awesome for her to there. Ed Sauls, again, we've talked about him, just hasn't had quite the season that he has looked to have. And looking there, I don't think that's enough points for him to be able to get up there, as he has about, let's see, I believe it's a 9-point difference there between Ed Sauls and Jake Forster with 7 drivers here. I think he will still come up 2 points short of getting by Jake Forrester for 4th place, so he should stay right around 5th place. Brian Jones, we'll see where he finishes. I think for the most part, the further you get down here, these guys are pretty much going to stay about where they're at. Scott Page won't be here for tonight's race, so Chuck Kemper may get by him for 8th place, as he is doing some Father's Day stuff. But before we get to the national anthem, we do, of course, on behalf of VRN and, of course, the NESS Short Track Series, and I'm sure on behalf of Josh as well here in the booth, we do want to, of course, wish all the fathers out there a happy Father's Day, including yourself, Josh.
Well, I appreciate that, Charles, and happy Father's Day to everybody out there. And well, Charles, I don't know if you're a father, but happy Father's Day anyway.
I am not, and I'm pretty sure that is probably the safest thing for everybody, because I don't know if anybody wants more than one of me running around out there. But that being said, we're going to step away, get to the national anthem. Of course, we'll be right back with qualifying after that.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All right, we are back here once again. We're going to drop right down to the track to see these guys and gals going out there, as we'll pull up your driver bar watching the 16 of Rachel Hunt out on the track. So what kind of times are they going to put in here tonight? It's going to be very interesting to see. I'm sure we'll see Aaron Maspero and Doug Pickering, Chuck Kemper, Brian Jones, these guys up there towards the front. So we'll see. Again, only 7 drivers because of Father's Day. So it could get interesting, but Doug Pickering is going to take the fastest time so far with a 13.389.
Yep, Brian Jones right behind him right now, currently running second.
He is indeed running in second place. Chuck Kemper going to be putting it into third with a 13.581, and he is definitely, I was talking to him prior to going live, and something happened to his truck here with his setup that just wasn't to his liking. Something changed in that truck overnight. Just something changed, and he is not liking the way it's handling right now. A little bit slower than he wants, but he still runs a 13.5, so he's right there sitting in third. Ed Saul is his teammate with a 13.665 in fourth place, in Trey Galgon, Rachel Hunt, and Aaron Maspero has not gone out just yet. He is probably about to do so. He may be going to try to start from the back just to make it a bit of a challenge for himself.
Well, and that could be true, too. You know, we know Aaron Maspero probably has the championship locked in. So right now, Aaron just, kind of wanting to, see if he can actually run from the back to the front, which we know he can. We've seen him do that many, many times. So, but, different track. Southern National, unlike last week where we were at, it's a different feel of it. This track's only 0.4 miles, so it's not even a half mile long.
Yeah, it's very short here. Only 40 miles because of that we're going to be running here tonight. So definitely a very short track. As we'll see, not sure when Nate Anderson's jumping in here. He's our admin for next season, so he should not be racing here. Very interesting to see him joining as a driver. We'll have to make sure we talk to him about that. But while we have 2 minutes here, we'll see if Aaron Maspero is going to be coming out. We do want to bring up one little thing here. I know some of the drivers from this league are going to be participating in it, so that's one reason we want to bring it up. And Rudy, we know you're out there watching by your random who comment in chat, but we do want to give a huge shout out to Rudy, of course yourself, Josh, and all the crew over at MSTV on hitting that 5,000 mark. Going to be having a race Saturday to celebrate that, so a big shout out to Rudy and all you for hitting that over there.
Oh, well, we do appreciate it. Yeah, I believe we hit that. I believe it was yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. I do know we were about 11 away from it, and then, we hit it like the next day. So, but, yeah, we hit the 5K mark.
Yeah, definitely a milestone indeed. 5,000 is a ton of subscribers here on YouTube, especially for iRacing. 5,000, not so many for some people out there, but for being an iRacing channel, it is definitely a huge milestone. It's hard. You have a very specific group that you have to cater to, so that is a milestone here for MSTV. But it looks like not sure here. It looks like maybe Nate Anderson is going to come out onto the track. Maybe not. He's got out of his car, but that is actually the new admin for Season 2, so we'll see if he is going to race here for this last race of the season. I do seriously doubt it if he is back out of the car, but we have 20 seconds left before we go to racing here, as Nate Anderson is indeed out on the track. So it looks like maybe he is going to race with them this last race of the season.
Well, that's a little interesting.
Yeah, very interesting. So we'll have to keep an eye on that to see if he does indeed race. But he's not going to qualify as time has ended. So that will do it. Next up is going to be your starting grid. And I'll go ahead and run through that with only 7 drivers technically here. It won't be a huge grid. So we'll go ahead and go through it here. Your Walls of Beard Co. starting grid, starting on row 1, is going to be the 17 of Doug Pickering with a 13.389. And it's on his outside is going to be the 21 of Brian Jones with a 13.473. Row 2 is going to be the 40 of Chuck Kemper and the 81 of Ed Sauls. Row 3 is going to be the 49 of Trey Galgon and the 16 of Rachel Hunt. Row 4 is going to be the 41 of Aaron Maspero, and I'm not sure if the 8 of Nate Anderson is racing here, as it does look like he is on the grid, so going to be the 8th person here for the Walls Beard Co. starting grid. So again, looks like he is going to race this last race with them.
Yep, he sure is out here on the track, and it looks like the only one that didn't grid, she started to, is the 16 of Rachel Hunt, but Nate Anderson is not going anywhere. He is still sitting. There he goes. He finally rolled off. He's going to catch back up to him, but he was sitting there for a moment, not sure exactly what was going on, but Rachel Hunt did not grid.
Yeah, and she was having issues with her pedals. That was the reason she was on pit road on the last race. It wasn't for connection issue. While she was blinking a little, it was actually for her pedals. So those may be playing an issue here again. Again, it's just a guess there as to what might be going on. I don't know for sure. She was on the grid, so maybe those are giving her a problem again. We'll see if we can't find out later in the race. She is still in TeamSpeak, though, as this race is going green. So we'll see Doug Pickering out front, Brian Jones right behind him, followed by Chuck Kemper. So we got a good little battle going on here, even though there's a few cars.
And they're already starting to go pretty much single file back here. Right now, as we speak, looks like the 81 of Ed Saul is losing some ground there. He is now all the way back into that 6th position. Nate Anderson out here, I guess, trying to figure out the track. He's still running strong out here, giving plenty of room to everybody. Rachel Hunt has made it out there onto the track, so everybody out there.
Yes, indeed. Already, actually still on the lead lap. I thought she would be going lap down, but she did not. She is on the lead lap, but Doug Pickering out to a sizable lead, 0.9 already, as Chuck Kemper is going to take 3rd from Brian Jones. He took it from Aaron Maspero. Actually, a correction. I am all over the place today. I thought Brian Jones was in front of him. Brian Jones, or behind him, but he is in front of him. Aaron Maspero up to 4th. That's what it is. As he did start in the back. So, again, started in the back in 7th. He's up to 4th already, so he's moving forward. I think he may get by Chuck and Brian here shortly.
Yeah, right now he's losing a little bit of ground on that number 40 machine of Chuck Kemper. Chuck Kemper is still... Oh, somebody doing a little bit of brake checking back here. That'd be the number 49 of Trey Galgon. I guess he had to get on the brake there just a little bit, and it kind of cost him some time and allowed the 81 of Ed Sauls to get her right up there to him. But single file here still, as Doug Pickering now has led the first 7 laps here of the race.
Yes, indeed, and Nate Anderson on pit road here. He's not technically in his pit stall yet, as he's sitting right there. He is not being counted as actually doing a pit stop. So I'm not sure what's going on there, but I didn't even know he was going to be racing here with us. But Brian Jones sitting in 2nd place, and he still has Chuck Kemper all over his back bumper, as Aaron Maspero is right behind Chuck Kemper as well. So that is a good battle for 2nd place right now, as we have seen all year long. These 3, even Doug Pickering up there, have been battling just literally all season long. So it's only fitting to see these 3 battling for 2nd right now.
Yes, yes it is. Doug Pickering did get around the 16 of Rachel Hunt to put Rachel a lap down. Nate Anderson now still sitting on pit road, 8 laps down here. He's still in his truck, so he can still get out here if he wants to.
And there he officially starts his pit stall. Not sure, maybe he just didn't have a setup here for it or not, but again, not sure. He didn't know he was racing, but Brian Jones still 2nd. Aaron Maspero did get by Chuck Kemper to take the position. Again, he opted to not qualify. Started 7th. He's up to 3rd. He's moving his way up through the field. Again, a smaller field, but again, that is because of the holiday.
Chuck Kemper, caution is out. That was the number 40 of Chuck Kemper.
Well, let's go back and see what happened to the 40 of Chuck Kemper here. What happened? Don't see anybody around him here. This could be just a self-spin. Again, he's been fighting that truck. Wasn't happy with the setup after he came back in here to practice a little bit this morning. And there it is right there going into the corner. Just gets it loose coming out of turn 4 and spins it around. Luckily, everyone avoids him and doesn't make any contact. So that truck is still in one piece.
No harm, no foul for the number 40. Unfortunately, bringing out the caution there. Did keep it off the wall. Everybody, steer cleared of him. He has no damage, except for maybe some tire damage there. Because, when you spin, they make it so realistic here on iRacing. When you spin, you will lose a lot of the rubber on those tires.
You will indeed. Rachel Hunt coming down pit road here, as she is the last one to come down. I'm not sure. I don't think she was a lap down. She might have been there at the very end. That's going to cycle everything around here. That's going to put Doug Pickering still out front, but Ed Sauls jumping up to 2nd place after those pit stops. So he is moving forward right now in this race due to pit stops as he gains a ton of positions.
Rachel Hunt did lead a lap. She'll grab a bonus point. I do bonus points for leading a lap, right?
Yes.
Okay. Just making sure.
Rachel Hunt leading a lap. Nate Anderson is back out on the track now, too. 9 laps down. He is going to get waved around here in a minute to get one of those laps back. Rachel Hunt is now 1 lap down as well. So, again, the 8, there he is getting his wave around. And it looks like Aaron Maspero is going to get waved around as well. I'm not sure. I don't think he was a lap down. He must have been if he's getting a wave around, but again, he was up there running in 3rd, so I can't picture him being a lap down. It may have been due to the way cautions happened, but regardless, the green flag's out, and that was not very good start to say the least, but it's nothing. It's this track. It's so short, and that happens from time to time. As iRacing does some really weird stuff, and unfortunately, I think that's going to hurt Aaron Maspero big time.
Oh, caution's out again.
And we'll take a look here. It looks like Ed Saul is going around this time, so let's go back and take a look. What happened to the 81 of Ed Sauls? He's got Trey Galgon on his back bumper, but I'm not sure if that had a factor into it. Let's see here. He is doing fine here by himself. We'll see what happened to him. Well, it looks like I'm not sure if him and Rachel touched or if he just got loose. It's hard to tell from that angle. As we'll go back here just a bit more and see if we can get a different angle on this and see what we could find out. Just not 100% sure. I'm not sure there was actually any contact there. Very little, if any at all, between him and the 16 of Rachel Hunt. It's so hard to tell from the angles we see, but I don't think there was too much, if any.
To me, from up here, it might have looked like netcode might have started it, but there was a little bit of contact if you kind of look at it. But to me, it looked like more netcode than anything that initially started it, and then that's what got that 81 upset, and then the rest of the contact made after that. But that just coming from my perspective on a chase view, I'm not an admin, so I don't know how they're going to look at that.
We'll see. It looks like Ed Sauls is towards the back right now. Rachel Hunt is in front of him, and there goes the 40 around, and we'll see if the 8 goes by, but again, contact may have been made there. Again, maybe a little bit of netcode, but definitely what we can say is the 16 and the 81 were involved in the caution, and it looks like the 18 is going to go around, so it looks like it is going to be the 16 of Rachel Hunt that is credited with the caution here for that time. And looks like we're getting ready. The lights are off, so we're going to go green here. And now the lights are back on. They're delaying this caution to let the rest of the field catch up.
Yeah, it's not a bad thing to do. I mean, that's why I'm not an admin. That's why I don't call those, because some of them are so close to, to net code and cautions that, you have to make that determination at a split second. Okay, what caused it? And, so kudos to the admins out there for, putting up with close calls, especially on a short track. Green flag's back out. Here we go.
It is indeed. Everyone is up to speed here. And we'll see Nate Anderson still falling back just a little bit as he is not up to speed with the rest of these guys right now. But up to the front here is Brian Jones, Trey Gallo, and Aaron Maspero, and even Chuck Kemper up here really putting on a good battle. They're going to single file it out once again. And again, these guys will get into a rhythm. And of course, gals out there with Rachel Hunt. But once they get into a rhythm, we will string out a long green flag run as we're on lap 30 of 100. So 70 laps to go as Trey Galgon's going around. Not sure. I think he just scraped the wall there, bringing it around. So let's go back and take a quick look. What happened to the 49 of Trey Galgon here? Again, I don't think anyone had any play in that except for himself. I think he just got into the outside wall. Oh, there he goes. Actually didn't even get the wall except after he was already spinning. Just broke it around, got loose, and ended up clipping the back of the truck with the outside wall.
Oh, yeah, he sure did.
Well, that will bring out the caution again here as we'll look. That is the third caution for 12 laps. 31 laps completed on lap 32 at the moment. Still 69 laps to go. As again, a few cautions already here early in this race, but Doug Pickering has led all but one lap, and that lap was led by the 16 of Rachel Hunt. Alright, we'll see how they stack up right now. You're at top 5. Of course, after 32 laps completed, going to be 33 at the line. It is Doug Pickering, Ed Sauls, Rachel Hunt, Brian Jones, and Chuck Kemper are your top 5 after 33 laps completed.
Lights are still on the pace car here. It looks like everybody is on the track, so they should be getting the one to go here.
It is indeed a one to go here as they are getting ready, getting it revved up just a little bit in those engines. Lights are off. We're on the back stretch now. And again, the caution is out still for the moment. Again, we're going live here as you'll see. Pace car is diving off and green flag back in the air once again. We are racing here at Southern National. And it looks like the Ed Sauls and Doug Pickering almost make contact there, as that's going to let Brian Jones catch up to Ed Sauls and actually get by him. And here comes Aaron Maspero as well in the 41.
And the 81 of Ed Sauls lost a few positions on that one, but he's still up here. They're all still tight together. You know, it's really still anybody's race here. Anything can happen. Doug Pickering, though, still out front. Man, he has led a whole lot of laps here so far. He's led 36 of the 38. Rachel Hunt, the only one other driver to have led a lap here.
She's back on the lead lap. We only have one car off the lead lap, and that is the 8 of Nate Anderson, who again didn't know he was going to be racing here, as he's actually the admin for season 2. But very interesting to see him racing here, as he's 8 laps down right now. Doug Pickering out front. Aaron Maspero, though, up from 7th place, as we'll pull up his driver information. Started 7th up to 2nd. Will he be able to run down Doug Pickering, his teammate? We'll see. We're also going to pull up his driver stats. He has 9 starts, 6 wins. This would be his 7th win of the season, if he could possibly pull out the win here tonight.
Yeah, you know, if Aaron Maspero could pull out the win here tonight, not only would that make him, you know, his 7th win, but he would actually go back to back to back, as he won at Myrtle Beach, and the caution's out.
Caution is out, and let's take a look. It looks like it's going to be the 81 of Ed Sauls once again, bringing out his 2nd caution of the night, or first caution actually. The 16 was the first one, but let's go back and take a look. What happened to Ed Sauls? I have a feeling this was a self-inflicted wreck, as there it is, bringing it around right at the start-finish line. He does save it from hitting the wall, though. But Ed Sauls is going to be credited with the caution coming out here for, I believe this is our 4th caution of the races. We'll pull it up real fast. It is 4th caution, 17 laps, as we're about 6 laps away from the halfway point. All right, Brian Jones out front at the moment as he is not going to come down pit road. And it looks like Trey Galgon is opting not to come out as well. And it looks like Rachel Hunt is not as well, as we go back up to live here, actually. So we'll see. Rachel Hunt is on pit road now. Brian Jones and Trey Galgon opting to not go in here with 14 laps on those tires.
We are almost at the halfway point already, Charles.
Yeah, that we are. See if Brian Jones can hold off those old tires here tonight. Will definitely be interesting to see if he can. Trey Galgon out there as well. Not sure what the fall off is. I wasn't paying attention too close to it, but I don't imagine it's too much. Here again, 30 seconds a lap under caution for 13.6 for pace speed under racing speeds. But I have a feeling if Trey Galgon and Brian Jones running 13.6s, those guys running 13.4s are going to catch them pretty quick. But they're getting bunched up once again, so we are going to go racing once again here at Southern National Speedway. And about a quarter of a lap as the pace car is diving off. Green flag back in the air very quickly after it dives off. And it looks like Brian Jones is going to hold them off at least for one lap. But how long can he hold them off, as he is very loose on them old tires?
Having old tires, Doug Pickering in the 17 right there with him, as well as Aaron Maspero, Trey Galgon on the outside. They are going 2x2 back here. Rachel Hunt in the 16, side by side.
For a Father's Day, so a few guys missing here that we normally see. But Doug Pickering still out front. Jones led 7, and he has now fallen back a little bit. Trey Galgon never really got up there to the front, although he was in second. He never got to the front to lead the race, but a lot of cars scraping the wall here.
Yeah, well, they're going to actually get the Southern National stripe.
They are indeed going to get some stripes on those trucks. And look who is back out front. Doug Pickering and Aaron Maspero. Once again, those two battle so much. They're teammates. They race each other all the time. And I really think Aaron Maspero may have something for his teammate here if he can get up there to him. He's been close. He just hasn't been able to get by him, but he is definitely doing everything in his power to try to get up there and take that position of first and get the win here. Trey Galgon is moving up through the field, though, as he has gained a few of those spots back that he lost, but Brian Jones all the way back to 7th now. Doug Pickering is still out front. Aaron Maspero chasing him down once again. And right now, Trey Galgon has got a lot of company coming from the 40 of Chuck Kemper. Will he be able to get by him is the question. Ed Sauls sitting right there, waiting to pounce as well. Two teammates there as well. And Chuck Kemper is going to get by Trey Galgon to take 3rd place. This would be, I believe, his highest finishing position of the season, or at least tied for it. I don't believe he's had a 2nd here so far in this season. All right, Ed Saul is going to get by Trey Galgon as well, and he's going to take 4th place, but those two are not done with this battle just yet. But it looks like Ed Sauls is going to slide up right in front of Trey Galgon and take 4th place officially.
Yeah, I've been watching the 81 and the 49 here. I mean, they, for the last lap or two, they've been side by side, and the 81 of Ed Sauls still fighting Trey Galgon. Now he'll take the spot back from the 49 of Trey, but I expect Trey to get right back up there and battle it out with Ed Sauls there. There is a gap, though. If you look between 2nd and 3rd place, Chuck Kemper in that 40 machine, 4.9 seconds back behind Aaron Maspero. Aaron currently in 2nd, but he's on the back bumper of that 17.
It's going to be interesting. I'm not too sure Trey's going to be able to get up there with those old tires. He got 31 laps on those tires compared to 17 for Ed, and a difference of 14 O's to 14 2's nearly. So I'm not sure he's going to be able to get up to him. However, I do think we might see a little bit later on in the race, as now it's 14.0s to a 14.1, as Trey was a little bit faster that lap. As Ed Sauls getting it loose, but he saves it. Again, a great save for Ed Sauls, and that will allow Trey Galgon to get by, as both of them are just fighting that truck right now very loose.
It don't take long for your tires to definitely wear, because you're constantly turning pretty much. I mean, by the time you get up to speed around the corners, you're going back down, you're turning again, you pick up speed. I mean, it's a constant, gas brake turn.
It definitely is. And back up to the front, Doug Pickering has pulled a little bit of a lead here, as we're going to zoom out to a different camera. I say a little bit of a lead, it's still nothing, only 0.333 seconds. But he has got a little bit, about a car length, maybe two, over Aaron Maspero. Is now to 3.349. So he is slowly but surely pulling away. But that last lap, 13.8 for Doug Pickering, 13.7 for Aaron Maspero. So Aaron Maspero was a little bit faster, as they are on lap 70 of 100. So next time by will be 30 laps to go. And this is our longest green flag stint we have had in the race.
I do believe they might have to pit one more time. I'm not entirely sure. The last time they pitted was, well, let me go back and look here. Was around lap 39, 40, well, lap 40. Let me see here. It's just an estimate.
It should have been about 27 laps ago.
Okay, Ed Sauls, Rachel Hunt. Okay, Aaron Maspero pitted on the last lap was lap 45. Chuck Kemper on lap 45.
It may be close. They run 50% fuel here, so they may have to pit one time. We may have a caution. We've seen a lot of people really loose anyway. But just to update real fast, Nate Anderson is the only driver out of the race so far. So we'll see. Again, not a driver we expected in here anyway. Just came in at the last minute. It was kind of cool to see him racing, though. We'll see. Brian Jones right now is the only car a lap down, back in 7th place. Rachel Hunt, though, she may possibly be a threat to go a lap down here shortly, as we'll take a look. We'll see if we can find her. There she is. So she is within striking distance, and so is Ed Sauls, as there's your leader right there. So the gap is not that big between those two.
Now, there is not a big gap at all between the 16 and the 17. The 16 of Rachel Hunt, the 17 of your leader, Doug Pickering, and Aaron Maspero right there with the 17 as well in the 41. So that 1 and 2 is right behind 6th place.
Yeah, they are indeed right there. But again, will they catch them here? We're on lap 78 of 100 now, 79 as Doug Pickering crosses the line. So we are going to be wrapping this race up very soon. At the rate we're going, again, 13-second laps. We're running 4 laps a minute around this place, as we've only been live for about 40 minutes, and of course about 10 of that was there for the pre-race show. So they are just knocking out the laps very quickly. And again, starting next season, they are actually going to be starting an hour early at 1 p.m. To allow some of these guys like Aaron Maspero, Doug Pickering, and these guys to run another series. So again, a good job for Aaron Maspero, who has officially won the championship. He'll be getting that plaque mailed over the seas to him here shortly. But just an outstanding season for everyone here for this year.
Oh yeah, and you can expect next season to be no different, as these guys will battle it up on the track on the short tracks again. Now, some of the short tracks that y'all have ran this season have been they've been short track. Oh, the 81 getting loose, nice save, but they almost went 3 wide there.
They did indeed, yeah. No, that's all they run here is the short tracks. That is indeed, obviously the name Short Track Series. That is what they try to focus on, is bringing these trucks back to how they used to be back in the day. But Chuck Kemper still running in third place right now, so having a good run considering he does not like the truck. And Brian Jones, no, Ed Saul's bringing out his second caution as we'll go back and take a look. What happened here to Ed Saul's? We already know he was loose. Again, right there. No, thought he was going to scrape the wall, but I think he just broke loose as nobody's around him. And he does indeed just breaks it loose there. I'll take another little quick look at that real fast. From a different angle. And again, it just breaks loose on him going in the corner. And I believe it was perfect timing as there it is coming out of the corner. As we'll go back live here real quick. Aaron Maspero had just got by Doug Pickering. So it looks like he will be your new leader. Now Rachel Hunt sitting in second place. Is she going to come down and pit is the question. And looks like Rachel Hunt is going to come down pit road. Aaron Maspero, however, not coming down pit road here with about, so we'll take a look here at the caution thing. Fifth caution, 12 laps to go. I don't think Aaron Maspero is going to go in. So that right there tells us they can make it on fuel. Everybody else opting for new tires, but Aaron Maspero going to stay out.
Aaron Maspero, he is going to be, he is going to have the older tires. He's going to, he does have the fuel apparently to make it. So he's going to have to hold that number 17 of Doug Pickering behind him. They are teammates, and they're going to race each other like they're teammates, but they're also going to race for the win. Aaron Maspero's not just going to give it to Doug Pickering. He's going to make Doug earn the win here. But can Aaron, with the old tires, hold off that 17?
Yeah, that's going to be something we're going to watch. Again, right now it is 11 laps to go. Now actually 10 laps to go. And we're going to take a look here. We're going to get to our one of our wider cameras. The lights are off. So it's going to be an 8-lap shootout here. Or no, 9-lap shootout. My bad. A 9-lap shootout here to the end. I think we'll probably go caution-free. The only way we may not is if Aaron Sparrow does something spinning those tires, but he doesn't. He gets it going as the green flag is back out, and they're 3 wide back here in the back, and they sort it out. Everybody gets to where they're going, and what a battle that was going on back there. Trey, Rachel, and Ed all battling for one position. It looks like
Pickering does go back into first, though.
He does go back in the first. Trey Galgon muscling his way to the bottom there between him and Chuck Kemper as Chuck Kemper's going to go around. Caution not out so far. Again, these guys are spread out. I'm not sure. I figured the race control, there it is, would throw the caution as it looks like a couple of cars going around. Chuck Kemper and Brian Jones. Let's go back and take a look.
Now that should have been a caution. iRacing should have actually thrown that, but it was actually thrown by an admin.
It was indeed. iRacing doesn't always do its job like it's supposed to, but that is why there is a race admin in there. And there it is. Chuck Kemper just breaks it loose and collects the 21 of Brian Jones. Again, just broke loose on him here. All of a sudden, after running in third place, to spin it out on your own is definitely not what you want to see. And, we'll go back here to Trey Galgon as we're going to go back just a little bit more, see if we can catch this real quick here. What we were talking about early on is we'll see here. This was actually a little bit, so we'll go back front. We didn't have a chance to go. But the 41 or the 49 of Trey Galgon really forced his way in, going actually almost below the yellow line to sneak in there. Actually, is no yellow line here, but definitely muscled his way by Chuck Kemper, and I don't think that played any factor into it. But he definitely, forced his way up into third place.
Oh yeah, definitely. I believe we're gonna end up going back green at least for one lap. I'll have to wait and see what happens when they cross the line here.
Indeed, we'll see. 6 caution, 2 laps to go now at the line, and that is actually going to do it. The light should have gone off that time by.
Yes, they have. Unfortunately, it's going to end under caution. So, well, looks like Doug Pickering's going to come away with the win here.
Yeah, definitely not the way you want to win a race, but hey, a win is a win. Lights are on, 2 to go. This race will end under caution. It's always unfortunate when it ends that way, but there is it right there. Officially 1 lap to go, presented by Northwest Racing Series. It does happen, but not the way we want it to. But the race is officially going to be over at the line, as it is 1 to go.
Doug Pickering going to grab the win here. Not the way he wanted it, I'm sure, but he'll grab the win here. Doug Pickering and that 17, Aaron Vespero, will finish, it looks like, second. And Trey Galgon, from what I can see, will finish in third.
He will indeed finish third. Chuck Kemper not having the race he wanted, all the way up to third, and now to finish in 7th position. Again, that's never the way you want to finish a race, but Doug Pickering will come away with the win here this afternoon. So, of course, we are going to step away here, watch Doug Pickering do some burnouts here. And actually, I'll go ahead and we're going to go through your unofficial race results, since there's only 8 of them here. So we'll get to that. Getting the win, of course, here this afternoon is going to be the 17 of Doug Pickering, as you watch him burn the tires off that truck. In a second is going to be Aaron Vespero in the 41. Third place will be the 49 of Trey Galgon. Fourth place will be the 81 of Ed Sauls. Fifth place will be the 16 of Rachel Hunt. In 6th place will be the 21 of Brian Jones. 7th place will be the 40 of Chuck Kemper. And, of course, in 8th place will be the 8 of Nate Anderson here. Next season's admin going to be testing it out here. That is your unofficial race results, barring any race control issues that they have to take care of course. We are going to step away, get ready for the post-race show, and then we will be right back.
I spent my whole life chained to the wall, hungry for more, not afraid to fall. Had to cut a man down to get where I am, but someone had to tumble and someone had to stand. Don't try to fight, there's nothing you can do, and I'm gonna run all over you. It's too late to try, there's nothing you can do. I'm gonna run all over you. I'm looking for new blood.
All right, we are back here, ladies and gentlemen, and we are going to start with 2nd place, just because not only did he finish 2nd, he's also the champion here for this season. So, we just want a couple of questions for you here. First off, how does it feel to be champion? You finished in 2nd. You had a heck of a battle with Doug up there, but you finished strong, and are you looking forward to Season 2?
Yeah, it feels good now. It's been a good season, some really good racing all the way up and down the field. And as you say, cracking race with Doug tonight. I just made the wrong call on tyres there at the end. But yeah, and we're looking forward to jacked up with some really good tracks in the next season, so can't wait to get going, to be honest.
Well, definitely going to be some great stuff. Just released that schedule. Again, we were just talking to you. Your racing day is not over. You've got another race to get to, so we're not going to keep you too long. We want you to go out there and dominate that race as well if you can. But any quick shout-outs and sponsors you want to give before we let you get off to that next race and celebrate your championship?
Yeah, just a quick, just Doug really. He did loads of work today on the setup. We went with a different concept this week, ready for next season, and it worked really well. So thanks to him, thanks to Marketing Solutions, and for you guys as always for putting stuff on.
All right. Well, congrats on second. We'll let you head off to your next race. And we're going to jump over to third place here. That is Trey Galgon in the 49. First off, Trey, I believe this is your first podium finish of the season here in the last race. Does that give you a little bit of a momentum boost heading over to Season 2?
I think it does a little bit. I'm starting to feel more confident with this setup building because it's really new to me. Last season was the first time I've ever made my own setup, and this setup coming in today, I made it this morning, so I'm really, really proud of myself with this setup, and yeah, I think it's going to be a big momentum booster going into next season. It's always good to get a top 3, and yeah.
Well, definitely a solid top 3 here. Obviously, not the biggest car count here because it is Father's Day, but we will definitely be back for Season 2 after a week off here of league racing. So just outstanding job to you to finish in third. Any sponsors on that car you want to thank, or just anyone out there watching you want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, I would like to thank Sim Racing Customs. Go check them out on Facebook. Also like to thank Copper Hill. Also, like to give a shout out to all the fathers out there because it is Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to you. And also, thank you guys for broadcasting the race.
All right, well, again, congrats on third place. And you're a winner, bringing it home in victory lane in dominating fashion. Led 86 of the 100 laps. That is the 17 of Doug Pickering. First off, congrats on the win here tonight and a second place in the point standings here. Just a little bit short of getting the win here from Aaron Maspero, or the championship. So how does it feel to finish in second and next season starting an hour earlier, so you'll be doing even more racing come next season?
Oh yeah, it's great to finish second and great to finally win one of these things. The hour earlier next season is going to really help make it so we won't have this rush between two races. So yeah, really good.
Yeah, definitely. This will be finishing. Give you plenty of time to get over there. So to end the season with a dominant finish, leading this many laps. We talked to Trey about it. Does it give you a little bit of a momentum boost going into the next season, which will start in roughly 2 weeks? Even though it is a bit of a break, does it still give you that little bit of momentum boost?
Oh yeah, definitely. I worked on a lot of things on the car this week. Just a lot of experimental things. Aaron had built a set that was ready to go, which freed up the time for me to just go nuts on it, and it panned out. The car was really, really good today. So yeah, we're happy with that. Good racing with Aaron as well, which is really good. I'd gone slightly differently to his, so he had a slightly better long run car, whereas mine was slightly quicker short. So yeah, it was all good fun.
Well, definitely some great racing. But again, you're heading over to that other race as well. So any quick sponsors you want to thank, or just shout outs you want to give for anyone out there who might be watching?
Yeah, you guys for putting it on the broadcasting it and commentating on it. Sim Marketing Solutions, Speed Zone, the guys help us over there with the sets, and Hazy Signs and Designs for doing the skins and that. He's really good.
All right. Well, again, congrats on the win, and we're going to let them head off. And while we have it, we're going to wrap it up here. We want to thank all the sponsors as well on the broadcast side of things. Of course, Walls Beard Co., Sim Speed Shop, Northwest Racing Series, Ohio IndyCar League, and of course iBog. Big shout out to all these partners coming on board here for Virtual Racing Network. And of course, on the racing side of things, T&D Rustic Decor, the official title sponsor, presenting sponsor of this series. And of course, TJ Woodworking, the championship sponsor here. I'll be getting that plaque made and sent out to the champion here, Aaron Maspero, here shortly. Again, if you would like to become a sponsor here for the league or for VRN, make sure you just head on over to virtualracingnetwork.net and you can shoot us a message on there. Look us up on Facebook. Same thing with the league. You can look them up on their website at noexcusesracing.com, or head on over to their Facebook page and shoot them a message. On behalf of the TND Short Track Series, and all the people here behind the scenes and everything that make it possible here at Virtual Racing Network. We will see you next season for this league, and we'll see you in just a couple of hours, of course, for the Racecore Xfinity Series from Watkins Glen.
This copyrighted broadcast may not be used in any form without the authorized written consent of Virtual Racing Network. VRN would like to thank all of our fans for your support, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.